back to Wildwood Cottage Diary, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet in Wales. Today it's a bit murky. As you can see, it's been raining. We've had hailstones, we've had wind, we've had rain, we've had all sorts of weather today. And I thought it was a good chance to come out and get the greenhouse sorted so I can get my seeds started, because I want to do a video for you showing you what I'm going to be sowing. But yeah, it's still really cold here. It's the middle of March and it's freezing, so I've still got my bobble hat on and my big coat. But yeah, I was going to go for a walk today, but the weather's just not up to much at all, so I've decided to come back out in the yard. I'm going to show you what I've got planned for the greenhouse, but I just thought I'd show you what I've done with the potatoes and let you see how it's all looking. Now we've had a bit of rain and you can see them all watered in, so I'll just turn you around just a sec. Right, so this is that nice new corner, that nice tidy bit that I did the other day. I got all the rounds out the way, and yeah, we've got our potatoes planted. So these are the bags that I've used. There's a bit of a mix. There's some proper potato planting bags, which is that green one at the back and this cream one here, and then that one at the back there, that light green one, that's just a recycling bag from the council, and then this one here is a garden bag. So that's all I'm using. I'm not using anything fancy, but they seem to be working well at the moment. My daffodils are opening up nicely, so spring is on the way despite what the weather thinks. And I've got some more daffodils over there as well. So yeah, there's the view for you for today. The wind's blew the washing line down, so I've got to put the pole back up. I'm just going to go and see the chickens, and then we're going to go in the greenhouse. So yeah, the spring flowers are starting to come out. I found some bluebells. Do you want to see me bluebells? I thought I'd put them up in the woodland bit, in my woodland walk for next year, and then hopefully they'll divide up and multiply. I get a bit of a bluebell walk. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So there's my bluebells. Look at them, aren't they lovely? I don't know whether you can tell the difference in the colour, but there's a light blue and then like a purple colour on the outside. Can you see that? They're very pretty. I wouldn't mind doing a yarn in that colour to knit and spin with. It's just a blue at the back and then a purple at the front. So I thought I'd put them in my woodland bit up under the trees at the back. So there's plenty of daffodils coming out now. All the spring flowers are starting to come through, so they think it's spring even if the weather doesn't. Yeah, all the spring flowers seem to think it's spring, even if the weather hasn't bucked up yet and made an appearance and made me think it's spring. So I've got my little saw. I've got one of these. I know that you've seen one before. It's a reciprocating saw, and this one's got a battery on it. And it was only 30 quid on eBay, and I've been doing the trees in the field at the back with it like a chainsaw. And it seems to be working really well, but you know what? Every time I look at those trees, they're getting taller, and I think they're going to get taller quicker than I can get to them, really. I've got, from what I can see, I've got about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got about 13 trees to deal with. Do you see those big trees there? And this big tree here? Well, in between there, in this enclave here, don't know whether you can see, I'll zoom you in. Let's see if we can see them. You see all those tops of those trees, those conifer trees coming up above the silver birch trees? Well, them are going to get as tall as them. And I don't want 13 trees growing that tall in that gap there, because it's going to make my garden very dark. So I've got to go round and deal with every single one of them. There's about 13 of them that I can see at the moment. Take the tops off or cut them down. So yeah, I've done about 20 of them so far. There was a lot in there. The farmers said I can do it. So yeah, anyway, let's go and have a look at the greenhouse, and I'm going to take the chickens their evening snack. And this evening they've got rice, some old soup, some porridge and a bit of old salad. Do you want to have a look? That's their tea. Do you know, I don't think they mind. They seem to enjoy it. And it's filling them up and stopping them eating all their layers pellets. So I'm happy if it saves me money. I know, I'm a bit of a skinflint, aren't I? Hello, girlies. Here they are. Oh, Pippa's just fell over. We've got 2 strays. I'll just have to get them. Just a minute. Right. So that's them sorted out. So now let's go and have a look at the greenhouse and go and have a look what we're doing. I got 4 eggs today. You see me eggs? I can only pick 3 up at the moment. Got 3. And 4. It's a bit dirty, but hey ho. Anyway, let's go and have a look at my greenhouse. It's all very slippy. All the rain we've been getting. Wouldn't have been so bad if we hadn't have had all that snow as well. Anyway, this is the mess. This is my greenhouse. So this bench here is going to stay there. I think. I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure. Because what I'm thinking of doing is doing it all the way around. I've got my little potting bench there. And then I'm thinking of going all the way to the back, along the back, and then along this side. Now I'm thinking about it. This bench here might be better along the back. And then I can just put a side bit and a side bit. And that might work better, mightn't it? I've got to leave the pots there because that's for me tomatoes. But I have got some exciting news to share with you, but I'm not sharing it in this video. That's going to be in my next video when we do the seeds, and I'll tell you all about it. But yeah, anyway, that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. So let's make our way up this way. And on the way, I'm going to show you what I've done. This is the border I tidied the other day. All ready for its mulch, near enough. Just need to do the edging. And then this is where we've been doing the pond, where I've been doing the pond. Got all the plants out and then it snowed. So I haven't been able to do any more. But the pond is there. And the marsh marigolds are coming up nicely. So I've got to clear this soil out, make a big enough space, and then get my liner sorted out. So that's a job for another day. But got these pallets here. Let's move this greenhouse door out of the way. Right, I've got this little pallet here and I thought that maybe I could cut the edges off there and then put some wood across the top. So that's one thing we can use. Don't really want to cut that one up just yet. Oh, I'm hooked. So we're going to use this. So let's take that. What I'm going to do is these top bits, that's this top bit and that top bit. Oh, I just heard a lamb. I just heard a lamb. Sorry. Yeah, this bottom bit here and this top bit here are going to be cut off with that saw, and then I'll show you what the next step is. I've got my safety glasses on, so I'm ready to cut. So that's all cut now. It's all nice and flat on the top. And it's the same on the bottom, so we've got all those little end bits off, and they'll get used to something else. I'm sure they'll find a use for them. But let's go and have a look in the greenhouse now, and let's see how it's going to fit and where it's going to go. So get them out later in the compost. This is the remains of the tomatoes from last year. Right. So what I'm hoping is that it's going to go in this corner here. So let's have a look. It's a little bit tall, but I don't really want to cut it. Right, plan B. What was plan B? It's not going to fit, so if I just turn you around, just here, I've got some rounds which I used last year. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 of them on the bench and then see if that works. Because if it does, save me having to cut that piece of pallet, because I don't want to cut it. So let's have a look. This is the best position I can find for you, unfortunately. Have you seen my lavenders? It's starting to come up now. Right, so we've got these. I don't know why I say we, I mean me. There's one. Ooh. Here's 2. Let's try that, shall we? Oh, that one's a bit short. And they're too big. Try this one. Well, that one's a bit bigger. Let's have a look at that one. Right, I think that'll do. So we've got our rounds on there. I'm just going to go and get something to put across the top. Right, so I've just been in and had my tea, and I've had to think about what I'm doing, and I've decided here to get rid of them and to cut that side down to fit so it'll be flush with the top of that, because what I figure is that I'll be able to use it when I move. So what I figure is it'll be a lot easier if I just do a shelf straight across the top, and maybe I can do another shelf halfway down across there, so I've got another one. So that's what I'm going to do, and then what I'll be able to do then is take it from the corner and take it across here and take it to the top of this bench, and then I'll have a U-shaped bench all the way around. So what I need to do first is I need to measure how much I need to take off the other side. So let's measure that. 9 inches. So I'm going to take off 23 centimetres, and I reckon that'll do. Yeah, I reckon that'll do. So I'm going to take off 23 centimetres off that side and turn it upside down, so I'll end up with a flat top here, and then it'll have legs on it at the bottom. So I'm just going to get on with that now. Yeah, it's going dark now. It's about 20 past 6, 25 past 6, but I want to get this finished, and then I'll put it up tomorrow and show you how it looks. So I'm just going to take 9 inches off the top, 9 inches off the top here, and then turn it round and put it back in its spec and see how it looks. So I'll just get on with that. Nice to be out in the garden in the evening after tea. Can't wait till a couple of weeks' time when the clocks go forward. So I've got my saw. I'll go and see if it fits now. We've got our piece in. Right, so we're getting the last of the light now, and as you can see, it's a lot better. I've got a nice level bench now all the way across. So I just need to work out what I'm going to put on the top across there. I have got this, but I think I need something better. But for now, I think that will do. So let's try our seed tray. It's not quite wide enough. I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to pull it forward. Right, that's better. Right at the edge of the bench, spaced at the back, and the broad beans fit on nicely. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a piece across here, all the way across there, and take it to this bench here. And then I think that'll be that. We'll have a nice load of space for growing seeds on. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll show you how it looks, because as you can see it's nearly dark. I've still got my glasses on, my safety glasses on, but got my bobble hat on because it's going cold. But yeah, I'll just get this finished tomorrow, and then when I come back it'll be the next day and I'll show you what it looks like finished. So I'll see you in the morning. Right, so it's the next day and I've come to show you how it turned out with what I did with my potting bench. I'm really pleased with it. It looks really good. I've got lots of space now for planting, and I'm just going to put an extra little shelf underneath, and then I can get on with my seeds, and that's going to be in my next video. So I'm going to record that in a minute for you. Turned out really well. I'm really pleased, and I can use it again next year, and I'll get plenty of use out of it this year, so it's going to be really useful. So I'll just turn you around and I'll show you what I've done. So as you can see, I've put my little potting area at the end now. This is the existing bench that was already here, and then on this side this bench was already here and that had that green tray on it, and I've expanded that all the way along, and I've got a U-shaped bench all the way around the greenhouse. So what I can do is I can pot standing here, and then I can put the seeds along there, and it'll drain quite freely through the holes there, and I can put the stuff along here as well. So we've got plenty of space. It's going to be an awful lot better. And look, my peonies are coming through. So I'm a very happy lady. So that was a job well done yesterday. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my extra little shelf on, and then I've got more space for putting seed trays on, because I do get an awful lot of light here. The sun comes up in that direction and sets in that direction. So my greenhouse is roughly south is that way, north is that way, east is that way, west is that way. So I get the sun all the way across till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, it's a really useful space. So as I say, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a shelf up. I've got my piece of wood. I've got this piece here. So I just need to go and find something to anchor onto the bit of pallet that's there and the other bench that was there already, and then I can put my shelf across. So I'm just going to do that now. So what I want to do now is I want to put some wood on that pallet to come across here and come to this red thing here. So what I've got to do is I've got to try and attach a piece of wood, across there like that, and then I can secure a shelf on the top, and we will be sorted. So that's my little shelf done across there, so I'll be able to put some nice little seedlings in there. I may have to put a bar across the back, across here, just to hold everything in, but do you know, I think that will do. These nice big trays are really good as well. I get these in Charlie's. You can get a lot of seed trays in there. So didn't realise they had holes in, but never mind. So that's it, there's my greenhouse all nicely done, all nicely ready for my seeds. So yeah, that's a job well done. I've managed to get all my bench ready, now ready for my seeds. And I think I might do that in the next video, because it's raining outside today. It's just sort of stopping now, but I don't think I'm going to get much done in the garden because the garden's very wet. But yeah, I'm glad I've got that job done. My greenhouse is all ready now for my seeds. I can start get sowing and get the garden ready while my little seedlings are growing. I'm going to get my tomatoes and my cucumbers started, but they're going in my heated propagators up in the potting shed. So one in the potting shed and one in the porch. So yeah, very exciting. Things are starting to happen, and I'm just going to get myself warm in front of the fire for a little bit, and then I might come out and do my seed video. So I think that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed my video and pottering around with me in the greenhouse. So if you have enjoyed my video, please do like and subscribe, and please do hit that notification bell and click the all option, and it will tell you when I upload new videos, because according to YouTube, only 17% of you who are subscribed have actually clicked the all option. So if you do want to keep up to date with my videos, the best thing to do is to click on that little bell. It'll come up with a series of options. Click the all option, and then every time I upload a new video, you'll be told that there's a video for you to watch. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get myself warm by the fire, and I will see you next time. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. So bye for now. Bye bye.